Let's clear this. So, diatonic seventh chords. Load them. 30 seconds. 22 kilohertz sample frequency. Doing my FFT, my PCA, my clustering, plotting a spectrogram. Well, this takes a long time. And server's running locally, and we have 32 gigs of RAM and an 8-core processor. So what I'm doing is very expensive. But what we have here are me playing the 7 diatonic seventh chords in C. So I've made this tool where now I can label the chords. I have guesses at the chords based on the harmonic grouping that I just did, but I'm going to actually just select the time when I know that there's a C major 7. Store that. C major 7. This is a D minor 9. Okay, so I wasn't just playing 7th chords, I played a 9 chord there. This one is an E minor 7. Major 7. The dominant chord. A minor 9. This is B half diminished 7. B minor 7 flat 5, and then back to the tonic. C major 7, and another C major 7. Just reiterating my point about it being C major 7. Alright. So now I have the labels, and I have a feature space that I can use to describe the sound. And so for every window where I have a spectrum, I can classify chord based on these labels. So really I need 7 models, because they're each going to be binary classifiers. I mean, what I want is a multinomial classifier. But why not just fit 7 binary classifiers? I think they're pretty much the same thing. So we have this event temp.json, which I actually need to load it. Okay. I need to make a model. So I want to put a button here. Fit model. A fit classifier button. Fit classifier button is going to trigger some kind of callback to fit the model. And it's going to output the model to a model store. So when someone clicks the button, it will create a classifier. Oh, it's truffle. Oh, eaten snow. Give it a bad function name. Give it the argument. Prevent update if it's not been clicked. Because all callbacks get triggered when the page loads, so you need to make them handle the null case where it's just called because it's time to call everything. And yeah, we don't want it to update the DOM in this case. 0-calorie ice cream. That's true. Snow is like 0-calorie ice cream. Okay, clicked on it. We get the events. Cool. And then we're going to do shit here. So what we will do when we get around to it, and the store, just need another store object. Classifier model. So now we need, let's say we have a class called classifier model, and then because I don't really want to put it in sound process because that class is already full. We need a different class because this is a model that you can use on anything. And I guess its input should be sound process. So give it sound process data. You know, just give this fucking function a name. What's it called? What the fuck does this function do? Build the classifier model. Rad. Classifier model from sound process. And then the model will do fit model. You need to incorporate the events, so I think that should be the job of SP because I already started that. Should the labels should go there. Yeah, that works. 3 inputs, 3 arguments, 3 parameters. That's what needs to match. The inputs and states and these parameters are mapped in order. So SP needs the label of method. Let's put it here. And then how do you do it? For event and events. Now, potentially, I can give it labels that overlap, and then the single time point would have 2 labels. So I need some rule for precedence. I like that name better. Set target. And the target variable should have the same number of elements as the FFT timestamps. Self.fft.shape1, alright. I'll use it. Thought I had a better way to call that. I mean, just start with the dates. Am I an insufferable data scientist? I'm gonna do everything with pandas. I think that dates me as an old data scientist. I think people are using different things now. If I were still using R, that would be cool. We just want to see target. Greater than T1 and less than T2 equals event. Event is labeled. And so going forward means the later events will have precedence over older events based on when they were selected. That's the order they end up in the list. Target is assigned. Classifier. I have to make a classifier model. Inish. It has a method for fitting. It has a class method for sound process construction. Class method. And the arguments are SP. Sound process. Well, so the response variable. The classifier just needs an X and a Y. So the X would be the FFT. Z array transpose. And Y is sound process target. So we're going to give it an X and a Y. Give it a fit. Which one do I want to use? And I might actually not want to use the FFT by itself. I might want to use the principal components of the FFT. Return server side cloud pickle dump s m. So now this model will be stored in this store. It's actually going to be stored on the server side, but this just represents the store. It's actually a weird setup. Like the way you would do server-side caching when it was 2020 was a lot different, and they changed it. So now you have this server-side transform. So it makes it so that if you have a callback and you return a server-side object, then it stores it in the server's cache instead of in the client DOM. So you avoid transferring data over the network, so it's faster in some cases. I think I'll just do a series of binary classifiers for each label. Well, this is actually going to be a column of a data frame. If I just do drop duplicates. For each label, we will have a model. So we'll have a series of binary classifiers. Temporary variable, leading underscore. Well, there's really no point. Sometimes you use leading underscore to show that an attribute of a class is private, but there's no strictness on that anyway. But I just want an underscore because I think it's cute. So the model is random forest classifier. Why not? It's easy.